Satoru Gojo, the Honored One, the strongest sorcerer of the modern era, a walking natural disaster whose very birth broke the balance of the world. When we think of Gojo, we think of this: limitless power, unshakable confidence, that iconic blindfold, hiding eyes that see everything. He is, by every shonen metric, the pinnacle of cool. But what if this power isn't a gift? What if it's a cage? We celebrate Gojo for being the strongest, but we rarely stop to ask what that costs. Today, we're going beyond the hype, beyond the power scaling debates, to argue that Satoru Gojo is not just a powerhouse, he is one of the most profound, tragic figures in modern anime. His story is not one of triumph, but one of the crushing, isolating burden of perfection. To understand the man, we have to go back to the boy. In the Hidden Inventory arc, we meet a different Gojo. He's still arrogant, still a prodigy, but he's not alone. He has an equal, a best friend, Suguru Geto.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. We are the strongest after all.
Notice the pronoun we. In his youth, Gojo's identity was tied to this partnership. His strength was part of a duo. They were the honored ones. And this period is the baseline, the last time Satoru Gojo was truly part of a team of equals. Their mission to protect Riko Amanai is the crucible that shatters this reality. And it's here we see the first crack. Gojo, for the first time, is defeated. He experiences the mortality that everyone else lives with. But he doesn't learn humility from it, he learns to transcend it. When he returns from the brink of death, he utters the line that will define the rest of his life.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
This is his apotheosis, the moment he touches infinity. But it is also the moment he leaves humanity behind. He is no longer part of we, he is now an I. And in that moment, he creates a gap between himself and his best friend that can never be bridged. Geto, a fellow strongest, is left behind, forced to watch his friend become a god. This single moment of ascension is the birth of Gojo's isolation. It's the first step in his tragedy. In the present day, Gojo's power isn't a comfort. It's a fundamental problem for the world. He is so strong that he cannot be governed, he cannot be disciplined, and he cannot be understood. The Jujutsu elders don't see him as a colleague, they see him as a volatile weapon they cannot control. Think about other strongest characters. All Might was a symbol of peace, a public figure who inspired hope. Gojo, on the other hand, is a symbol of mutually assured destruction. His existence prevents all-out war simply because he could end it in an afternoon. This isn't a relationship of inspiration, it's a relationship of fear. No one can relate to him. How can you have a normal conversation with a man who perceives the world as a flow of cursed energy and for whom the laws of physics are merely a suggestion? His very perception of reality is alienating. His confidence, born from this untouchable power, often reads as arrogance. It prevents genuine connection. He keeps everyone at an emotional arm's length with jokes and a laid-back attitude. Because if we were to let them get too close, the sheer difference in their existence would become painfully obvious. He is, in essence, a king with no court, a god with no true believers, only subjects. And this profound isolation leads to his greatest and perhaps most tragic flaw. For all his power, Satoru Gojo is not a good teacher. This isn't to say he doesn't care. He clearly does. He fights the Jujutsu establishment to protect his students. But he is fundamentally incapable of preparing them for a world without him. How can he be? How does a genius who was born with everything teach someone who has to build their strength from nothing? He can't teach them how to use 6 eyes. He can't teach them how to master limitless. His own power is so intuitive, so absolute, that he struggles to convey the incremental painful process of growth that everyone else must endure. His primary lesson is always some variation of get stronger, but his very presence is a safety net that undermines that lesson. His students know, deep down, that if things get truly bad, Gojo will show up and fix it. And he always does. He is a walking deus ex machina. By solving every impossible problem, he robs his students of the desperate life or death struggles that forge true strength. He isn't raising successors, he's raising dependents. And all of this culminates in the Shibuya Incident. The entire, elaborate, catastrophic plan has one single objective: not to kill Satoru Gojo, but to remove him from the board. Because even for a team of the most powerful curses in history, killing him is impossible. The only solution is to cheat. And what is the key to trapping him? His one remaining human connection, his past. The sight of his dead best friend walking and talking is the only thing in the world that can make Satoru Gojo, the man who perceives time at a crawl, hesitate for even a second. And a second is all it takes. The prison realm is the ultimate metaphor for his entire existence. A cage built for one. An inescapable box designed to contain something too powerful for the world to handle. His ceiling proves his tragedy. His value is not in his presence, but in his absence. He must be removed for the story to continue, for other characters to grow. The following is a spoiler for those who haven't read the manga. If you don't want to proceed, you can click out now. And for those who have read the manga, this tragedy reaches its brutal, inevitable conclusion. When he is finally unsealed, he does what only he can do. He faces the King of Curses, Sukuna, in a battle that shatters the world. He admits that through this fight, he is chasing a satisfaction that no one else could ever give him, curing the loneliness he's felt at the top. In the end, he finds his equal in battle, but it costs him his life. His final thoughts are not of regret, but of a strange sense of fulfillment, finally having gone all out. He dies not as a teacher or a savior, but as the strongest, finally put to the test. It is a perfect, heartbreaking end for a character defined by the burden of his own power. Satoru Gojo's story is a masterclass in character writing. It's a cautionary tale wrapped in a power fantasy. It asks us to consider the humanity of our gods and to see the loneliness in their perfection. He was born the strongest, and because of that, he was always truly alone. His power saved the world time and again, but it also built the walls of his own prison, a prison from which his only escape was death. He wasn't just the honored one, he was the lonely one, and that is his tragedy. Do you think Gojo could have had a different fate? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like and subscribe to this channel for more upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Later.